Welcome one and all to a starkly skied scene in Papillion, where today's match is presented by Centris. And it's on this patch at Warner Park where we get to view a reflection of the title bout most recent. At the site of the sitting titleist Union Omaha, their waking runner-ups take aim at the top of the table. This is the USL League One, live and in color. Howdy, folks. I'm Peyton Gallagher, and these are the Teriyaki Madness standings, and it is a crazed affair that we step into today. Spokane Velocity just behind the pace of Chattanooga Red Wolves at the top of the table, 3 points back, but with the game in hand that they will play today. And Union Omaha with a real uptick in their performance in recent weeks and months, back above the playoff line, and at their current trajectory, a chance to really climb that table as these two teams saw each other at the start of the month of August, and it was a thrilling affair. Spokane Velocity had waited their moment to get a chance at the team that ended their season a year ago in the final, and they took it when given. A pair of set-piece goals helped Lee Wiedman's bunch to secure all 3 points on the day. Union Omaha would get something back there at the end, albeit a cosmetic consolation, as they would score from the penalty spot and fall in that one, 2-1. Both sides, though, from that moment on, have not looked back and are playing some of the best stuff in the USL League One. Union Omaha have picked up 5 wins prior to that game. They only had 4 on the season. Both these teams have only had the one blemish in that stretch of time, as they are maybe 2 of the hottest in this entire division, and doing so at the right time, as they will see each other once again here today, and only one will leave fully standing. It is Pups at the pitch night, and it is coming off the leash. Our players to watch. Good look at David Barkham. No, that's Ryan Betcher, who is the man on the marquee for Union Omaha, having scored 6 goals since his arrival on loan from St. Louis City 2. He has been a revelation and added that little bit of cutting edge at the front that Union Omaha were missing. He's been the secret ingredient to Los Brujos spreading their wings in recent weeks and months. As for Spokane Velocity, it is a fully fledged side for Lee Wiedman. He's had some key performers. That's not Jalen Chrysler, but we will get a good look at him here now. He's really turned things up at the back, having scored in back-to-back games from center back. Second time in his career, in fact, he's done that, as he steps in for Cameron Miller, who had held down that center half spot for most of the year. Playing so well, the veteran. Hard to recuse him from the starting 11, Lee Wiedman. We'll get a check on what his starting 11 looks like on the other end of a break. As for all the merriment ahead of this game, it's got everybody in attendance drooling for this one between Union Omaha and Spokane Velocity, a rehashing of the past in the 2024 USL League One final. That's coming to you on the other side of a break. It's once more Spokane Velocity and Union Omaha. Up next.
Mi nombre es Josué Aaron Gómez y soy del Paso, Texas. Creo que significaría mucho para mí, para mi futuro. Creo que al terminar mi carrera futbolística, creo que poder implementar lo que voy a aprender en la escuela, creo que eso va a ser muy importante para mí y para mi futuro.
It's an age-old tradition, sneaking a taste before it's ready to serve. But when you see the Finest Reserve label, you just can't help yourself, because you know an immersive, unexpected flavor experience awaits. The passion and the creativity are felt and tasted in every bite, twisting contemporary cuisine in satisfying new ways. It makes it almost impossible not to want to taste it before the meal. Finest Reserve. Every flavor tells a story.
To be a part of Nebraska medicine.
Hi, welcome.
Good to see you.
Is to be a part of something extraordinary.
Nebraska Medicine, how may I help you?
Because these are the doors.
How are you?
That open doors.
That went really well.
To growth and opportunity for each other and for our community. For those who know that the academic experience.
You know what? I agree.
The life experience that you get here is beyond what you can get anywhere else.
Doing great.
And that's exactly why here is where you belong. Nebraska medicine. Together, extraordinary.
Lineups fresh from the oven. Rotella's Bakery, the presenting sponsor of the starting 11 today for Union Omaha, and that shift for Vincenzo Candela to the back four has paid massive dividends. Wooten, Schneider, and Martinez make up the midfield trident that has been so good for Los Pujols, with Ryan Betcher off the left-hand side and recently acquired Stefano Pino in the center. Mark Bronick's been excellent as of late as well, with 4 goals in the last 4 games. For Spokane Velocity, Lee Wiedemann, it's a bit of a puzzled picture in this one as it presents as a back 3. That's the lineup card that we were presented today. It's Joe on the left side of that formation, a squad that looks to manufacture wide overloads relentlessly. We'll see how fluid it is. Nico Brett with a goal and an assist in a 3-3 thriller against Texoma last time out will lead the line the second consecutive game. And so, it is the picture in front of you that once more faces the teams that finished 1-2 in USL League One when all was said and done at each other's doorstep again. Union Omaha and Spokane Velocity, and Rashid Nuhu, who was the starter in goal on that fateful day where Union Omaha lifted their second trophy, will take the ball in hand to start. Spokane with only 1 loss in their last 6 games. Union Omaha in their best spell of form to date in 2025. Once more, Peyton Gallagher here to take you through all the color and contrast of this fixture. Midweek day in Nebraska as Joe Sircon, our center official, makes his first involvement not 40 seconds in. Karsten Gilwald and Fernando Pina are the ones running the lines today. Isan Omanovic is the 4th official. Charlie Ostrom inspecting the far flank. And attacking the second ball in Union Omaha. Into the box, away by Chrysler. Nico Brett turning, and there is plenty of opportunity for Louis Heel, who can't run away from Owusu, but is able to attach himself, and Nico Brett! Nice in and scores! 80 seconds into the tie. Nico Brett tears up the scripts. Scoring is what he's always done. And now that he has remembered who he is right back and ready to take aim. Nico Brett, his first 90 minutes of the season in the last match against Texoma. His manager saying that it just felt like he had finally figured it out this year and was ready to go in training. It had become quite obvious. Inserted over Anwar Pelaez to lead the line and breathing life into the 9 on the back of his shirt. Spokane, well, in the final, it didn't go their day. They have never won in this venue. They've been hammered every time they have come to the state of Nebraska in their short life of operation. They set the terms early, and it's 1-0. In fact, that is only the second goal that Spokane have been able to muster here in Omaha in the 3 prior games ahead of this one. They had been beaten 11-1, all told. That goal is presented by Herdat. Nico Brett, who steps into USL League One, having scored the 2nd most goals of any player at the USL Championship division with 85. Now has his 3rd in the Sky Blue of Spokane. And that might just be a sign of things to come. Both these teams entering today rollicking on the offensive ends. Union Omaha have it all to do. Spokane Velocity have conceded the fewest points from winning positions in the USL League One this year, having only lost 4 on the entire campaign. Derek Waldeck and Siobhan John Brown spinning away from the first tackle and drawing the illicit contact. There's Betcher, who stepped in too strongly. Do Vincenzo Candela's bunch have for a response? They've got plenty of time to manufacture an equalizer. This is precisely the start Lee Wiedemann they've been relishing. Skips away from Waldeck. Lee Wiedemann, a manager that's made quite a name for himself in only 2 years in the division. Coming Charleston Battery, where he was the assistant to Ben Pierman. Teams that he's been a part of have reached their respective finals in each of the last 2 years. That has happened in large part because his teams have stayed present and in the moment, but not even he could deny that his group felt like in training this week they might have something extra to prove, coming back to the seats of their own demise. It was not a pleasant day. Union Omaha controlling the entire contest and taking it with relative ease to lift a trophy at the end of last season. Spokane feel a revitalized and rejuvenated team in 2025, though. Lucky Oprah. Maneuvering in as Waldeck. Spokane pressing their advantage. Just now, flipping on the set, it was Nico Brett, who scored his second game and a second goal, I should say, in as many matches. A minute and 20 seconds in on the counter. It was Luis Heel who supplied him as he paves the ball wide here. Coming across the box, it's nodded away by Owusu. For a throw. Omaha, very similarly to last year, playing much better in the closing stretch. They went with an unbeaten run of 10 games to conclude last season en route to their title. They won their last 4 here in a row in 2025. Longest winning streak, in fact, since that. 6 straight wins that saw them lift the trophy the season prior. Providing their chorus. Supporters group of Union Omaha. Tossed along by Colin Fernandez. David Garcia. Lucky Oprah. A fumbling touch, and he's taking this off the ball. It's a throw in to come. Just let off the leash there. Chenzo Candela, after the departure of Dom Casciato to join up with Tampa Bay Rowdies in the USL Championship. There were questions to answer. The side was not in good suiting then. They are now, and it's by his hand that they have been steadied. A turn for Lawrence Wooten. Striding into the attack is Marco Milanese. Wide for Charlie Ostrom. The pulse is in across from deep. Maurizio's cut out. It's come guiding across the goal mouth and away. Not sure if the goalkeeper got a touch. He so often has this year, approaching 60 saves for the campaign. Been one of the league's best. He was at the mercy of the finish in that moment. Union Omaha able to find the mercilessness that they required. Marco Milanese. Flying a ball down the far side. Oprah there in defense. Nice jump, will sweep up. Chance to revisit the nearly moment for Spokane velocity. Charlie Ostrom has been such a practitioner in the wide spaces, and it comes without question. Maurizio not required there as the ball cut across his face. It is a narrow surface here. Much has been made ballyhooed about that fact down the years for Union Omaha. Spokane trying to work out how that might alter their approach and their style of play. Have gone into the decision to go back to the back three for Lee Wiedemann. A system that was deployed much more last year. It's been a flat back four for most of this season. Spokane ceding a little bit of the control and being a little bit less possession oriented. It's helped them stable their defensive action. Case in point there. David Garcia, resolute at the back and out for a throw. been a dogged defensive outfit in the first half of games, having only conceded 8 first-half goals. Omaha looking to make it a 9th. Ball in. A glancing clearance, and Union Omaha able to renew some of the attacking threat, taking off the toes of Knapp. Spokane out on the counter. Siobhan John Brown locating but not linking. Nico Brett, but the second ball is won by Louis Heel. And it's going to be a goal kick. Louis Heel and some disagreements with that decision. Former Union Omaha player making 53 appearances for Los Bujos in 2022 and 2023. He's already harmed them once today with the assist. Playing with that added level of conviction in this one. Just missing out here, and he might have a claim. It kind of looked like the defender there in that moment may have just supplied a little bit of a touch before it exited the field of play. Louis Heel, a banner year in 2024. Career best 6 goals for him in league play. Most prolific of his 12 professional seasons in front of goal. He also hit his former employer quite hard. Scored 3 goals against Union Omaha over the course of the Jaeger Cup and the league contest between these two teams. Into a dangerous pocket and spent centrally and saved away by Morancio. It was put towards target by Stefano Pino. And circulated back by Vinyals. Foul is awarded. It was a good look for Stefano Pino in the face of target. He's already scored twice since being added into the equation for Union Omaha. He did a little bit more precision over power in that moment. Oprah hoisting downfield for Nico Brett, who lies in wait and has a rip. Rifling tall. It only takes a couple centimeters of daylight for that man to really pry at an opponent. Marco Milanese falling back. It's almost as if Nico Brett pulled the chair from beneath him. Unable to ask any questions of the goalkeeper, Rashid Nuhu, though. Omaha marching again. Pino. And Chelo Martinez. Around him is Knapp. It's not cleared away. Dangerously across the box and darted into the custody of Schneider. A second entry, and this is a much firmer clearance. Owusu winning the ball in the air and does so cleanly. Colin Fernandez. That was Neil Vinyals who took it up. And now Waldeck. Vinyals contesting and applying too much pressure at the back. Vinyals in his first season, Spokane Velocity. Prior to that, previously with Richmond Kickers, who you can watch the end of their contest right now on the CBS Sports Network against Portland Hearts of Pine. Over the top and down by Knapp, away from Waldeck. And Max Schneider, who's been one of the best tempo-setting midfielders in USL League One this year. Team's leader in minutes and touches and basically everything else. Ball across the bow. Pino met it at the near post but could not tame it. So far, Union Omaha have been all bark and no bite with the ball. Looking to remedy that fact. Knapp. Snapped back by Schneider. A good piece of tackling. Collard with the first touch by Schneider. And rolled wide to Knapp. Brandon Knapp's ball. And it just about stays on. Oh, a touch of class and skill and a body down in the box. Referee might be in the doghouse for that one, but no call. And those in attendance barking out their displeasure. He's gone down somewhat softly. Mark Bronick, graduate of the Barca Residency Academy, and a player that is fashioning a real position of some import in this Union Omaha team in recent weeks and months. Making what is his 9th start of the year today. The USL on the CBS Sports Network continues in September with championship Eastern Conference rivals battling to stay in the playoff hunt. It's Indy 11 that take on Birmingham Legion FC on Sunday, September 21st at 5 p.m. on the CBS Sports Network. An extension of the arms and foul given against Max Schneider. It was his goal that commenced the scoring procession in the final against Spokane. Last time these two teams tangled on this field. The home team has won each of the 6 prior games between Omaha and Spokane. Roadside up amongst the Pigeons as they play the Cat so far in this one. Tiny bit of turning from Colin Fernandez and back in his custody. Searching ball over the top. It was first time won by Spokane, but unable to gain full purchase. And Woldak is back in retreat. The ambient crowd sounds a little bit different today. It's not human beings barking at the Spokane players on display today. It is pups at the pitch night here at Warner Park. Already heard a couple of interjections from the Peanut Gallery. Owusu. Spokane descending back into their own end and choosing not to heat up the ball and build. Much of the play has flown through this man, Brendan Knapp. Union Omaha do lead the league in all crossing categories. At the touchline, Chalk, and now Chelo Martinez. It was his Northern Colorado Hailstorm, Chelo Martinez, last year that were put out of the playoff dance in the first round by Spokane Velocity. He gets the chance to face off against a couple former teammates here in this one. David Garcia and Lucky Oprah both in the starting 11. Schneider and Knapp with growing influence. Waldeck in front of him. He gets away from him and carves in a cross. No shot ever manifest for Union Omaha and cleared away by Oprah. It's Joe. Neil Vinyals. And Siobhan John Brown. He includes Waldeck in the move. That has taken shape at a very high level so far. Felt like from the off we might see a chance for these teams to kind of trade blows throughout the course of the contest. Maybe putting the gloves on to add another is Max Schneider. And free of him is Pino! Blocked on the way and cleared off the line. Both center backs with massive interventions there. Another go for Union Omaha. Pino doesn't grab hold. And fully cleared away. Nerve-wracking for Spokane, to say the least. Schneider unleashing the ball wide at the right moment. Pino's shot was saved, in fact, by Morancio. Looked like maybe it was blocked by Chrysler first, but no, the goalkeeper gets his gloves to it. Then it's a scramble in front where Union Omaha can't keep enough composure to do damage. Such a sound bit of playmaking by the man who's so often grabbed the baton for Union Omaha, Max Schneider. Second season with the team. Last season on loan, this time much more permanent. He is on course to what will be almost assuredly an all-league nod at the end of the year, Max Schneider. Still all to do for Vincenzo Candella's bunch. Union Omaha dominating the ball. The early go-ahead has allowed Spokane to take on a bit of a siege mentality. Forcing downfield is Chelo Martinez, who will arrive at the ball. Hounded by Siobhan John Brown. And the move is gone. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DNA, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Select matches will be available in Spanish throughout the rest of the season. USLChampionship.com, the complete USL TV listings. Union Omaha, without doubt, playing with their tails up. They've got the scent now. Hooked away by Ishjump. And halfway through this first half, just nearly, Omaha prepping a throw-in in the final third. Rainbowing down into the possession of Mark Bronick. Some room for delivery. Betcher at the back stick. Knapp mishits it. It's some collision, there's no call. Lawrence Wooten pauses and plays the ball wide. The cross is crashed away by Chrysler. And once more again by Ishjump. I already told you that Omaha are leading the league in terms of the crossing category. It is by a wide margin. They have been able to create 17.7 crosses per 90 minutes this year. Second most so far in this league season has been 14.7. And they have a chance to take aim again from the Modelo corner kick. Los Bujos trying to be brave and bold on the back foot. Chelo Martinez fashioning the chance. 3 assists for him in the last 4 games. Rocking in with in swing. It was a teasing ball. The second bite, not quite as good. It will be another corner. Lawrence Wooten trying to take that at the full volley. Once more raised in. Once more it's Garcia that meets it. Morancio wants this fly out for a goal kick. You see the patch on the shoulder. That is not only what was earned by Union Omaha, but what will be the reminder for Spokane Velocity of what has come and what they are going towards. 8 clean sheets this year for Spokane, as they currently preserve 1 as it stands. Only kept 7 all of last season. Just to that point for Carlos Morancio, who entered this campaign having only been able to put up 10 USL League One clean sheets. In his prior campaigns, has been the main force in all 8 in 2025. Another goal kick on tap. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big league, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Have to consult some of the pups in attendance if it's a sufficient fetch playing ball. It comes out a little bit wobbly in the clearing action from Spokane. In the half space. And hustling into the area, Pino, the layoff! It's bellowed onto the post. Swept away in the end. Union Omaha raising the hackles though. It's a terrific bit of play from Pino, as Bronick got a clear look at goal. Scored last game against Westchester. Did Mark Bronick, the youngster, the teenager. 4 goals in the last 4 games and 5 in the last 6. Only ever scored 2 prior to that. Vincenzo Candela's bunch showing their teeth. A little bit of an uneasy bit of tackling. That gets the whistle there from Neil Vinyals. Lawrence Wooten at the wheel. Brandon Knapp. Charlie Ostrom. And Wooten continuing to connect the dots is Max Schneider. Owusu. Angelo Martinez. Nowhere to go with it. Morancio away. Headed along. Return ball is wayward. That's because it took a deflection. Another corner kick is coming for Union Omaha. They have dominated in possession, up over 65% so far. In the earlier exchange this year, in fact, they held Spokane velocity to their second lowest figure in terms of total possession of the ball in club history. It's on a similar pathway so far here today. Ball in. Hurried away. Not all the way clear, and Moon shot it. Looked like it was Lawrence Wooten who was trying his hand again. Sparky less than happy with the effort. Wolf. Traveling out over the touchline. Knapp. Owusu, their Bulldog at the back. Breaking wide for Knapp. Lurches the cross out for another goal kick. Knapp already up over 30 touches for the game. He is joined by 6 other Union Omaha players. But this is a dog-eat-dog league, and it's Spokane who hold the edge through means of only one real chance. Nico Brett, the one who provided that chance, lets the ball get away on his watch and has committed the foul and trying to regain it. A strong sprint away by Ostrom, who's lost containment of it, but it's because he was interfered with, and a yellow card. The first of the match will be shown. Ischel. That is his first yellow card of the season. Just tugging on the shoulder of Ostrom. Really the introduction of both Ostrom and Schneider that jump-started that title charge from Union Omaha last year, loaned in from Chicago Fire, making permanent residence as one of the brightest points of this season for Union Omaha. 24-year-old from the state of Washington, from which Spokane Velocity hail. Ball comes flying across frame. The yellow card on Ischel was presented by Alamo Drafthouse Cinemas. Darted in, Pino. Could not fashion the spectacular. Pino having a sniff in the box. Unable to make anything stick. Maybe something more positive on the end of this bit of counter pressure. Fanciful drilling. Free man in the box. It's Bronick who breezes wide. It took a count. It's a corner. He's had more than his share of chances today, Mark Bronick. Unfortunately for him, unable to find the mark there. Union Omaha have marked their territory in the final third. They have lived in this region. They make good here. It's a threatening ball in from Ostrom. The first to foul. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats. And you can even maybe bring along man's best friend. No dog there, though. Just a guy with a beard. speaking of guys with beards, Carlos Morancial preparing this free kick. A stiff header to usher out of play by Max Schneider. Omaha unable to keep it inside the bounds of play. "35 minutes into a game that saw its first goal. 1 minute past the threshold. Nico Brett, the score. Spokane with their first real meaningful move in the time that's passed since. Stabbed out. As you see the picture, statistically where we stand, and Omaha, despite having 7 shots, only conceding 2, yet to climb back to level terms. Spokane, stepping into this game, have faced the second fewest shots and the third fewest on target in the league. They have been under barrage so far. Chance to do a bit of the barraging themselves ahead of this dead ball. They scored on 2 set pieces in the last clash between the clubs back in Washington just over a month ago. In by Vinyals. And swooping in to catch a swooping ball is Rashid Nuhu. Did not make a single save, Nuhu, in the last victory against Westchester. He's able to put his paws on that one. A poorly played free kick, and nothing more to say about that. It's a throw-in. Maybe the most staggering number so far is Union Omaha already have 23 box touches in the game. Many teams would be happy with getting 23 box touches in a full 90 minutes. That is to only 4 from Spokane. Useful chest and thigh touch from Ishjom, but the ball is gone. Schneider is racing. Bronick is raging. Flicked on at the near post and carried tall. Stefano Pino again. He's taken 10 shots over the last 3 games after only mustering 5 in the first 6. He gets another look there. It is already Stefano's 3rd shot of the night. We really do have to wonder how long Spokane can just sop up pressure. They'd be happy to get to the half where it currently stands. Brendan Knapp nearly takes the ball off Woldak, who does clear the lines, even though it was a hazardous moment. And Wooten can't settle. Omaha starting to find their best set of 11. Haven't done much in the changing department these last couple of games. So far in the season, they played the 2nd most players of any team in the league at 25. Rushing back in defense is Ostrom. able to spin away. Schneider has left the boot tall. Maybe even come in contact with Siobhan John Brown. Schneider leads the team in fouls, and he picks up another. Not much question in that. I believe that pushes him up over 60 for the year, and in fact, he's going to go in the book. That's his 12th yellow card of the year. Less than jolly, this German. Look at it, and lofted over goal. I think that was Nico Brett again, as David Garcia pleads his case that he was infringed upon. Nico Brett, he's finding the rhythm again. The man has scored goals for his profession. Closing in at, should be about 100 for his professional career. In USL Championship and USL League One play, that being. Not sure if you could arrive at that milestone this season. Spokane would love him to. If you are to look at the totality of what he did in the USL Championship and USL League One this season, he is currently at 88 goals, all told. Snappy bit of play through the mid-park. Having to be careful there is Max Schneider. No foul called, but Spokane emerged from the cloud. Oprah may have intended that to test the target. Instead, he gets his own rebound back. Joe, he was licking his lips to take aim. She knew who. Make quick work of it. Nothing more than a snack as Union Omaha commence again in possession, having not had as much easy access to it in these recent minutes. Captures an inspecting ball in behind relatively easily, but first an offside is called. Waldeck, heavy first touch. He bounds away. Offside is the call. Schneider. Bronick and a seeking ball into Ostrom. Corner kick. Cello Martinez. Hot on the heels and ready to deliver in. It's a mile high. Scraping the sky into Schneider. Lusu gave it a thought. Knapp gives it a lift, and second chance might be brewing. Cello Martinez in. touch as Max Schneider can't bring the ball to heel. He has been leading the pack so far today from midfield. No player in the contest has more than his 45 touches. Served in. Jabbed away. 1 more minute. Was there for stoppage time. Free-flowing first half that took off right from the opening bell. And it's a clean catch from Rancio. He takes his time. Much to the bemoaning of those behind Union Omaha as they howl their discontent. Maybe one last push for Los Pujos. Owusu. And that brings us to the close of the first 45. It started with a bang and then fell from the boil to the simmer as Spokane sneak away 1 goal to the good into the interval. Much more to come here at halftime in Papillion as Roadside are poised for all 3 points as it currently stands. It has been a fun one as Union Omaha have work to do coming out of the dressing room to send these folks in their home ground happy at the end of the night. The Omaha La Vista Courtyard by Marriott halftime report coming to you on the other side of these messages.
Our scissors, basically it's our cutters. Basically it will cut the A post, B post in that car. Most of us already know what to do, but if we have some... Oh, they're to your left. Sit down, you fit right into it, bro. Drawn, go into the environment. And it's not like the movies. Everybody goes, it's just like the movies, the fire's right over there. That's not true. Count it down. 3, 2, 1, fight. Wow. Nice. Nice. Cool. Shot. Nice. Nice. There you go. Natural. First kick.
Back from the break. Pups at the pitch night here in Papillion as the team of the week features many familiar faces from around the USL League One, including Nico Brett, who is the player of the week in the league. His goal, his assist against Texoma were paramount in that one. He's joined by Luis Heel and Jalen Chrysler, who all had contributions over the course of that night. Plenty of other big news coming around the league in terms of the transfer front. Better look at that coming to you now.
When Nick Marcanic arrived at Charleston Battery in 2023, he had no idea what his future would hold. But after a 28-goal Golden Boot regular season in 2024, Marcanic was on the radar. A six-figure transfer to Castellón in Spain's second division. A financial win for USL. One of many overseen by Oliver Wyss, USL's head of global football development and sporting director.
All around the globe, guys are moving all directions.
It's perfect timing. Literally a few days ago, the global transfer summer window closed. New records, $9.76 billion spent. Alone $3 billion in England spent. So USL is a very small part of it, but obviously part of my goal is to make USL a bigger part of it.
You see these things come across your desk. What are the steps to take it from that phone call to a deal happening?
Well, I think it's, first and foremost, it's negotiating a good deal, a proper transfer that is obviously a transfer fee, that is a future sell-on, which is very important, which some of our players are getting now in our clubs in the return, and then it's good incentives. So structuring a proper transfer deal is the key to a successful return of investment on player development.
Give me some of the big ones you've seen and some of the quality that's out there overseas, for instance.
I think you have to do the two records that started with the Weinman brothers, right? One going to Benfica, Josh and Elijah going to the LA Galaxy for record-breaking fees. Josh over $1 million. But then we have follow-ups like Fidel Barajas, where there was also a secondary when you move from Charleston to RSL and then into Chivas Guadalajara, which gave a big return. We have the likes of Correa Osandina, right, that went to Feyenoord and now at Casapia. But now we just had another recent very good one with Mamadou Chang that went obviously from Hartford Athletic into went to Minnesota United. Good transfer fee, and I'm sure there will be secondary transfer fee that everyone will benefit off.
Who might be next? The rumor mills could churn for USL players at any time. And the next transfer window begins January 2026.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water unique? It's our commitment to making our bottles from at least 50% recycled plastic. In fact, Crystal Geyser is the only beverage company in the U.S. to exclusively own and operate 2 plastic recycling facilities. And you can help us make an impact too by always remembering to recycle your bottles. Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Simple, but not easy.
Success doesn't come easy. It takes grit, hustle, and relentless effort. Every step forward brings you closer to greatness. This is your moment. Elevate your game. El Jimador Spiked Bebidas.
This just in, Union Omaha Soccer is back at Werner Park. Come out and join us for Hometown Heroes on September 6th, Pubs on the Pitch on September 17th, and Women in Sports Night on September 21st. Whether it's the heart-stopping action, delicious concessions, or your Owls, the 2024 USL League One champions electrify the pitch. You don't just watch the action, you are the action, and we can't wait to see you. One city, one club, one means all.
That's not a dog. That's a horse. And he's not a very happy horse right now. It's 1-0. Union Omaha trailing Spokane Velocity here at Pups at the Pitch night. As we take a good scoping of the news and notes from around the division and The man that really gave some headaches to Spokane Velocity is writing the headlines. Javier Garcia not only became the first goalkeeper in league history to turn away 2 penalties in a game against Spokane, he had 5 in one season at this point, has set the high water mark for penalties saved in a campaign by any goalkeeper in the USL League One, as Texoma is one of several new clubs in the league that are making noise. Expansion side FC Naples among them as well. They are unbeaten in their last 10 matches as they head up to play Charleston in their next game and have a real chance to secure a home playoff game as they look down the rest of their schedule. For the scores as they stand, a big result for Portland Hearts of Pine as Richmond Kickers fall further adrift of the playoff line. Portland, another one of those expansion teams that are angling for a playoff berth and are giving themselves a really good chance, playing their best stuff of the year underneath Bobby Murphy, his direction at this crucial and pivotal stage in their campaign. The live standings brought to you by Teriyaki Madness. And as the picture comes into resolution, Spokane Velocity can hang on because of the tiebreakers. They would jump ahead of Chattanooga Red Wolves if they can secure all 3 points here on the road. Union Omaha would be able to stay above that line. Still with the games in hand, wouldn't be in much threat of dropping out of the picture just yet. Will feel much better if they can get something from this game. South Georgia Tormenta have been in fine fashion as of late, piling up the results. The schedule to come that sets the backdrop to that table coming to you now, and we told you Richmond Kickers have been falling apart as of late. Charlotte Independents have been as well. Both those teams with a chance to maybe steady themselves in that game on Saturday. And then after that, it is Greenville Triumph and Forward Madison. 2 teams, again, below that playoff line that will have that extra degree of tension and desperation in that game, coloring the contest. AV Alta playing so well this year, just above the playoff embargo. South Georgia Tormenta will be looking up at them, but thinking they've got a real chance on the road in California. Other games on Sunday, Union Omaha, this very same team, try to keep the good momentum at home. Another home game for them against one Knoxville. Portland and FC Naples whetting the appetite and starting things at the front end of this slate. Spokane will take aim at Chattanooga Red Wolves, tie the top 2 in the USL League One, and Westchester and Texoma put in the final bit of exposition as we pace towards this final push in the playoffs coming up. Good look at what Union Omaha has cooking in the executive suite. Introducing you to their new sporting director.
So my name is Jamie Henderson, originally from Lincoln, England. I've spent the last 6 years living in Atlanta, working for Atlanta United in the front office there as an international scout. So in 2012 I went to Bellevue University as a student athlete, playing for the soccer team there for 4 years. Post-graduation I started working for Huddle in the headquarters in Lincoln, and from there I went straight into working for Atlanta United in the front office as an international scout. Worked with a lot of clubs worldwide, worked with a lot of agents worldwide, and helped build a team from the ground up almost, starting with them 2 years after their first season. Been involved in a lot of turnover at the club, been involved in a lot of player transactions, but something I really enjoyed. Atlanta United are a huge club with huge ambition, and I got the same feeling with my conversations with Alexis, Marty, and also with Gary. You know, the ambition of everyone at this club aligned with what I believe in. It's a very similar alignment to what Atlanta United had in terms of their ambition to succeed both on and off the field, and I see this here with Union Omaha, and I'm extremely excited to be here and pass on my knowledge, but also learn from everybody around me as well, and really keep pushing to make this club one of the best in the USL. So I think right now we're looking at the table and a little bit disheartened with where we are in the table, but what we need to know is that there is so many games left to play. We've got a lot of games at home for a lot of points to be collected, and I've been assessing the team, looking at the games over the last 6 weeks, and there's been some dominant performances. So if we can turn those dominant performances into points, then by the end of the season we'll be in a really good spot. I think it's important to know that there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days. You're going to lose games, you're going to win games, and most of all, don't take too much notice of the table. I think we can get caught up in where the standings are, but know that 2 or 3 wins has have you in the playoffs, 2 or 3 losses has you down past the playoff line. So just staying consistent, believing in the project, believing in each other, and I think you'll see the reward of that at the end of the season.
Highlights from the first half as we set to embark on the second between Spokane Velocity and Union Omaha. And Luis Heel lead the pack forward on this break. Not a minute into the game, Nico Brett extending beyond the last man to poke it home. Stirred the whole thing up early in Spokane. For the one smiling on the first scrape between the teams, Nico Brett. 2 games on the skip with goals for him. Back-to-back starts as well. Spokane would once more try the target. It would once more be Nico Brett, who had a good look, whipping one in on the half volley. Could not connect with the frame, though, as this one would go skying over goal. And Spokane, from there, really would not be able to create all too much. It was much more in favor of the home side, Union Omaha. This may be the best chance of the game, and it's met by a sterling save by Carlos Marancio. Stefano Pino was the one who had the good look at goal. Just for good measure, it's also cleared off the line, despite it probably going wide there. A couple minutes later, Union Omaha once more creating some havoc in the face of goal. Pino this time providing, laid off and striking the woodwork. It was an excellent bit of manufacture to create the moment. An opportunity is nothing more than exactly that, an opportunity that goes through the fingertips, and the stats tell a picture of exactly how the game has played out in reality. 10 shots for Union Omaha, but only 1 on target. Technically, that one that hit the post does not count as one, and despite having way less of the ball, Spokane have had 2 shots on target to only 1 from their opponent. Big change coming. It is what has been one of the most trusted centurions of Union Omaha, Dion Akoff, put in at fullback. Looks like he's replaced Brandon Knapp in the team. It's a thrilling second 45 set to come and go here in Papillion. Rehashing of the past and the playoff final of the year prior. Spokane Velocity, as it stands, would be the top of the table if they can secure the result that they have ensured so far. Union Omaha, on a run of 4 consecutive victories, that's in serious peril now. And in fact, it actually is Brandon Knapp stepping into the midfield. Lawrence Wooten is the one who gets the hook. That is the only alteration made by Union Omaha as they play the pursuant, and Akoff pushes down the line. Brushed away at the back by Oprah and Schneider. Shifting into the area from Ostrom and blocked away by Oprah. It's a corner coming. Modello corner kick. Cello Martinez presiding over the ball in front of the Parliament. They need the lifeline. Los Bujos lurching into the area. Marancio applying the knuckle. With a hop, skip, and jump, is out for a throw. Akoff. .27 box touches today for Union Omaha. That is coming in sharp comparison to only 6 from Spokane. Sloping to the far side. Flashing in another cross, poked in, off the bar. Second effort from Cello Martinez is wayward. How has that stayed out? Omaha undaunted. Scraped away once more. Unable to sift it all the way clear of Spokane. Schneider. Reattaching himself and floating one over goal. Union Omaha draw as close as they have again. It looked like it was Mark Bronick, and he tucked that both onto the post and the bar. As close to the upper 90 as one can come. A bit of mercy shown to Spokane Velocity. Whether it's by fate or the hand of Bronick himself, that's up for you to decide. Bronick has had his chances. Bit of a marvel that Omaha have not found at least a leveler. Oprah in conjunction with Heel. Bronick, a steady touch. And sternly in defense. Colin Fernandez, now Neil Vinyals. Spokane would love to do some of this defending with the ball and just playing keep away from Union Omaha. A chance to do exactly that here. Darting in behind is Ishjom, and he does not have the legs to catch up. Owusu. Nico Bratt, who opened things up. Came 80 seconds in. Since, you wouldn't call it quiet, but not that really resounding loud moment from Union Omaha to draw even. They have hit the woodwork twice, which is tied for the second most by any team in any game this year. High bar being set by AV Alta against Forward Madison with 3. They might just do it again. Pushed off the line by Morancio. Another bite at the cherry. Offside is the ruling. Morancio, this got a little bit more claustrophobic than he would have liked. I think he understood the little runway he had left, and for that reason, chose the safest approach, which was to not catch it and just push it away. Rashid Nuhu with the roll. Once more, Spokane Velocity have only dropped 4 points when they've taken the lead in the game. Bronick, a clever ball. Ostrom! It's a pair of sprawling bit of defensive works from Spokane at the back. Ostrom regaining. Bronick holding up his Pino. He's gone down. Schneider settling. Presenting in the middle is Brendan Knapp. Nudging along is Bronick. Ishjom able to snatch it back. Knapp in behind. It's bobbled away by Morancio. It was nearly quilted to perfection by Union Omaha. And was in the gloves of the goalkeeper. Perfectly routine give and go as Knapp made that second man run after leaving the ball for Bronick. Omaha undaunted down the goal. They have been like a dog with a bone. Their efforts to try and chase this down and recover the deficit. Max Schneider, he may very well exceed 100 touches on the game. Cannot see Spokane coming out of their shell, barring Union Omaha finding themselves back to level feet. This is actually good rehearsal for the postseason for Spokane in many ways. They put through their paces in Papillion. Kickoff. Omaha circling, Cello Martinez. Shed by Siobhan John Brown, no call. Ball was a bit blind and intercepted. Olstrom. Akoff in rhythm. A high header away from David Garcia. Smoked once more into the area. Snuck into the 6. And smuggled away. Nico Bretz. Something to really run at. Owusu, it's awkward. Lanese puts out the fire. Soft spot between lines for Ryan Betcher. He's been quiet so far. Betcher, Morancio away, the bicycle kick is saved again. Carlos Morancio, he's been busy in the half. He's bright right there. Schneider, thoughts of a pop. Instead wide for Akoff. Is this the moment? No, it's not. Carlos Morancio. He has had 8 clean sheets this year. Maybe none would be more impressive than if he can secure one today. And it is just cat-like reaction. Carlos Morancio, unmistakable in his effort and goal. Nonetheless, Union Omaha stride forward with chest out. Akoff. Corralled by 2 defenders. He goes on and gets it across. Ducked away. Looked like it hit the referee. Nico Brett unable to arrive in time to get it out of the defensive half. Now Bronick. Harassed by Oprah. Ostrom got in the cross and got undercut. And it looks like it will be a yellow card to Oprah. Well, if you weren't sure that we're beyond the dog days of summer, this game is a prime example of where we reside now in the calendar. It has felt like the kind of contest you might see in the postseason. From a competition perspective, from the level of play, from how these two teams have gotten after one another, gotta imagine the yellow cards will be in much more liberal dispensation in this second 45. Oprah, the second name taken as he joins Isham. This is dangerous. I would not put it past Max Schneider to potentially go for goal over a 3-man barricade. Morancio is the watchdog in goal. Max Schneider, oh, he didn't miss out by much. Cross or shot, matters not at all. It is a goal kick. And Schneider met this with a fine tuning. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus your live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. Colin Fernandez approaching the hour mark. Spokane have yet to make a substitution. They are using the most per game of any team in the USL League One. Oprah. Basically, Spokane Velocity used all 5 subs on all but 5 occasions this year, and they prepped their first 2 of the game. Cameron Miller will come on, and we will see if that means a change to a back 3. Bryce Meredith will join him. Some big bodies, tools for the task for Spokane Velocity. Ostrom could change the equation. He takes a skip off Oprah. Ostrom's crying for handball. Would be worth another look if we get a chance, but now it just belongs to Carlos Marancio. Parted away to Nico Bratt. And widening the wings is Luis Heel with a touch of skill at the end line. Schneider snuffs it out. Ishjelm down. Vinyals in no rush. And a shove and a foul. And a chance for the changes. David Garcia is one absorbing the contact. Cam Miller set to come in. He's not started in the last 4 games after basically being a locked-in starter for the first 16 or so. Had not played in the last 2 contests, but will come off the bench here for a 30-minute run out. A much more big and burly frame entering the midfield with Bryce Meredith, the rookie, standing 6'5". This is his 10th appearance of his debut campaign. Luis Heel will make exit for Miller to make entry. Assuredly meaning a back 3 or 5 for Spokane the rest of the way. And extra bodies up to attack this set piece. Ball swung high and nice and neat for Rashid Nuhu. Kickoff. Rules of engagement, the task at hand, quite clear for Union Omaha. Reverse the course of a contest that got away from them immediately. Should also be added that Spokane Velocity, this ball comes searching in behind and will roll out over the end line. This is a club that have not made much of a habit of losing leads. They have not lost a game that they took the lead in since the very first game in club history. That's in all competitions. It was against Greenville. Since then, in matches that they have taken the imperative in, have posted a record of 18-5-1. And there's Cameron Miller, apparently with the muzzle on. It's actually a transparent safety mask. And a yellow card straight away to Meredith. A jumping challenge from Meredith as he uprooted oncoming Max Schneider. Yellow cards are brought to you by Alamo. And that is the 3rd for Spokane. All those players remain on the field. Oprah, Ishjelm being the other 2. Max Schneider was also booked in the first half as well. Marco Milanese and Owusu. And Schneider getting on the ball again. Space between lines. Betcher. Not incisive enough. Schneider again. Acuff again. Hoisted away. Bronick with a hit. Mancio's not even going to let that in. Play was dead anyway. There's a yellow card coming to the Spokane dugout. Lee Wiedemann. He has offended the referee's sensibilities in some way. It's all over his face. He knows the importance potentially of these 3 points from a morale and mentality standpoint for Spokane, as well as their literal imports, as Velocity try and catch up with Chattanooga Red Wolves. They will see Red Wolves next at home. Match of teams 1 and 2. Spokane were, frankly, a little bit embarrassed in the first clash between those two teams in Tennessee. Ostrom and Knapp. And Max Schneider. Play is stopped. And it's a free kick for Spokane. Pretty poignant picture. And the numerics. Omaha continue to increase leads in all domination categories as they're up to 64% of the possession, but they've also been able to create a wide gap in terms of the overall shots attempted. Opera wins the throw. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Union Omaha putting a couple of substitutions through their final paces. Ishjom down. Oprah around him. Jom towards the corner. Unseated by Milanese and done so cleanly. Oprah slides in to push it out of play. Not many tails wagging in and around the grounds as Omaha had been on the back foot all night long. Meredith. Spokane starting to have a good spell on the ball. Waldeck. Guiding wide and into the center. Jom. Oprah and Jom. Spokane trying to assemble some sense of rhythm. Some sense of rhyme. Meredith. Oh, this is lovely stuff. Oprah. Slicing it across, and Nico Brett doesn't get out of the blocks for it. It's a triple change. Bronick is off, and it's a whole bunch of attacking talent coming on. Sergio Ors Navarro, Joe Gallardo, and Prosper Kasim. Kasim was not in the 18, had not played the last 2 games, not in the 18 for the last match. He had started the 3 prior to that stay away. He gets the run out. See if there's quality enough in those boots. Former teammate of Nico Brett with Birmingham Legion. High watermark for touches in a game by an individual this year is 113 by Jacob Krull. Forward Madison at the current pace, you might have some rivalry there. As Max Schneider is up to 73 for the game. Can only expect more of the ball in the grasp of Union Omaha. Kasim's first touches. See if he can't make this influence count as it comes skidding out for a Union Omaha throw. Maybe, in fact, it was not interfered with by Lucky Oprah. Hoofed in. Knapp. Started the game at right back, now firmly in the center of mid-park. And Akoff. Still Dion Akoff. Bullied out of play for a corner. Siobhan John Brown there with the cover. Screaming into the berm. This is the 8th corner of the match from Charlie Ostrom. Oh, just missing out. Redirection. Union Omaha. They will have another try. Omaha have attempted more passes in the attacking half than Spokane have attempted passes overall. Now in the 70th minute. The barrage continues at the back post. Maneuvered away and a player's down. It's a Union Omaha player. Physio is being rushed on. It seemed it was Ryan Betcher. Hardly said his name today. He has been a standout, especially in home games. As you see a head-to-head collision there. Betcher does seem quite all right, but the medical staff does have to come on to make sure. Just finishing out on Betcher. Of his 8 total goal contributions since his arrival, 7 have been here at Werner Park. He has had little impact today, though. He does have 20 minutes left to maybe do something. No lights on the dashboard lighting up for the medical examiner. There will be a drop ball restart for Spokane. Now, in theory, it should belong to Union Omaha, not the drop ball itself, but the possession. So Spokane wanted to do the sporting thing, they could give it back. And the referee, Joe Sergan, is just making sure that it's well known that Betcher has to leave the field of play before coming back on. Dropped at the feet of Marancio. He thrust it away and will give it right back to Union Omaha. Looks like Javier Martin is being escorted to the pocket of the 4th official. Fullback that was a big part of the picture last year, less so this year. Will be only his 12th appearance of 2025. Only made 3 appearances since the start of June. This would be a big one. Prosper Kasim, clipping free. Could not dance by Siobhan John Brown. Milnese. Ostrom cutting in. Linking with Betcher, who's just rejoined. Aim towards Akoff. Marancio collapsing on it. They're counting down, these fans, making sure Marancio knows that he has to get the ball away in a certain amount of time. Nico Bratz just harassing and winning the ball back. Good play from him. Inlaid for Meredith. Ducks one tackle. Now Waldeck guides the ball into the box for Jome. It's helped away by Ostrom. Fernandez and Jome on the turn, spinning and firing. Lifting the anxiety of Rashid Nuhu, gave it a dive. Lands on the wrong side of the crossbar. And here is Javier Martin. And the man who unleashed the shot appears to be the one who's making way. So that will be the last action of the game for Jome, who gave this a really good pelt. Just needed a little bit more depth. There was question of whether or not Spokane were in a back three to start. Jome was supposed to be a member of that. Didn't look like it ever actually came to bear that way. Certainly in a back three now, though. Cameron Miller, Dylan Chrysler, and of course, David Garcia making up that trio. Takeoff has lost the plot. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and the ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com, USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. This has lived up to the box office billet. It's been a dramatic affair as Union Omaha desperately try and find a way to the equalizer. Akoff did not win the war of wit with Waldeck, but has won a corner. This is the 10th of the game, I believe, for Union Omaha. Correction, this is the 9th at the 75th minute. Ostrom again. Knapp arriving on the scene, and still Brandon Knapp. The ball doesn't get all the way through. Schneider to it. Akoff has to go quickly. He's lost the ball. There's danger afoot. And a man free in behind. Siobhan John Brown. Sky blue sensation for Spokane. It's a thieving counterattack for Siobhan John Brown. It's come entirely against the course. They have played antagonist all night long, but Spokane Velocity happy to turn heel. Siobhan John Brown makes a hard finish from distance look quite rudimentary. Rolled right around Rashid Nuhu and into the headlines. Spokane go crashing to a head. Third goal for him. A player that, in many ways, got his professional start from Dom Casciato. Many years ago, many clubs ago. This is the 16th professional club for Siobhan John Brown. Her that goal for Spokane Velocity. Many moons ago, Siobhan John Brown was with Don Casciato with the Brooklyn Italians. Today, he scores well nigh into his professional career for Spokane Velocity. Akoff in. Miller out. Schneider. A glancing go. Lee Wiedemann will be so proud of his team's performance today. On the site of their great defeat in the final a year ago. Could be one of their greatest victories against one of the league's hottest sides in Union Omaha. Looks like it's taken full form. There is still time. It could get tense if Union Omaha can find the back of the net just once. Martin misjudging. Ostrom in. it down. Ball wide. Akoff. The Omaha player is still struggling enough so that play must be stopped. Looks like that's Joe Gallardo, who's only subbed in a couple minutes ago. Joe Gallardo did score the penalty to make it 2-1 in the first game with Spokane. Is nursing a knock now. Let's see what happens. Just took one right on the chops. Not winning that scrape with a much bigger man in the form of Cam Miller. 6'4", 215 pounds for Miller. 5'10", 141 for Joe Gallardo. And he is feeling the brunt of it. But if there's a lesson to be learned by another Omaha native, Bud Crawford isn't necessarily the size of the dog in the fight. Prosper Kasim in a good area. Ball at the end line now. Marancio will dampen the move. For all the good that has been done by Spokane on the day, maybe no man has been more central to the performance than their goalkeeper, Carlos Marancio. Not sure if that will be scored officially as a save, but he has had his fingerprints, both literally and figuratively, all over this game. Ostrom. He's got runway, and he's got Ors Navarro, who can't accelerate to catch up. Union Omaha up to 38 now box touches, just to keep a good reading on the amounts of pressure that Spokane has sponged up. The collision draws the attention of the referee. Working wide, Akoff. And spotted through the crowd by Marancio again. Once more, it should be understood, he was not the starting keeper last year for Spokane. Had a little part to play in getting them to that final. There was some discussion about who would really be the goalkeeper this year. And Bilichuk brought in. Only competition, though, to Marancio, who has have the number one responsibility and not look back. Brooks Thompson being the mainstay in goal. The season passed. He hadn't kept a clean sheet in 3 consecutive games, which tied the longest drought of the season heading into this one. Determined not to allow it to get to a 4th. Prosper Kasim. Rumbling wide for Ostrom. And Max Schneider again. Hooked away at the back by Chrysler. Well, that's a cheeky little bit of delivery. Smartly done off the restart from the throw-in, and it appears it will once more be a corner. This officially the 10th for Union Omaha. And they will defer it to Joe Gallardo. Ostrom has taken all the ones that have come previous to this. He had an assist in the final against Spokane. He positions himself as the provider once more. Here it comes. Thundered in towards goal. It's blocked by Cameron Miller. Siobhan John Brown. Is there a sequel to his last counter-attacking effort? Martin goes toddling away from his toes, and it's a throw in to come for Union Omaha. high mark for box touches in a game this year is 42. Omaha now have 40. Stashed back towards Marancio, who's allowed to catch that. Witty bit of defending, it looked like, by Meredith. Nuhu restarts. Now the most in a single game for a team to ever have in terms of the box touch total without coming away with a goal is 52. That was by Northern Colorado last year against Chattanooga. Ostrom has it guided back by Oprah. Schneider. In fact, Union Omaha hold the second highest mark in that regard from last season against Chattanooga Red Wolves on this field. The number being 47. Gallardo adding another box touch and nothing more. There's a corner there, though, for Union Omaha. They do need something to provide some kindling to a comeback effort, Union Omaha. Swung in at the near stick this time, and it's the same result it's been the prior 10. An unbelievable demonstration of will so far from Spokane Velocity, who scored 1 minute into the game. Scored again on a smash and grab counter. Omaha have yet to lay a glove on them. And it's a pair of changes for Spokane to see it out. Musungo Akali, as well as the venerable Andre Lewis, set to step in. Both these players started the final a year ago. They see it out today. Nico Brett, his day is done. The reigning USL League One Player of the Week. He played his first full 90 of the season against Texoma. He comes off today having made all the difference. Embraced by his manager. Made his first start since June 1st against Texoma. 2 on the skip for him, and rewarding the faith of Lee Wiedman. Oprah. Max Schneider looking up. Dancing away from a couple tackles. He's able to, through that effort, retain the ball. Akoff. On the skip is Milanese. Twisting Gallardo, Betcher digging at it. Akoff a chance to maybe throw in another cross. Instead, it's Knapp from deep. Strong header from Chrysler. Akoff. Once more, a corner kick. Omaha have surpassed 500 total passes. 340 of those have taken place in the attacking half. Here comes 341 from Charlie Ostrom. Away by Meredith. Akoff floating into the back post. Hurled away. Ostrom flies in another cross, and Omaha have life. Sergio Ors Navarro. Maybe the saving grace for Union Omaha. felt like it was only a matter of time as the white-knuckle grip of Spokane Velocity just loosens enough to give Union Omaha a perfectly plausible way back in. 2 minutes to the end of the regular time. We'll see what there is for stoppage. And it is the late show that gets everybody excited here in Nebraska. It is a Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill goal. And a goal that could count for much for Sergio Ors Navarro. It's all alive again for Union Omaha, who try and dream up a better future now. Swung wide. Javier Martin plays that straight to the corner. Waldeck arriving. Waldeck is down. No call. Could be numbers on the break. There's a Spokane player down behind the play. At full extension, Prosper Kasim and now Joe Gallardo. Well, he's fumbled the first touch. He's done brilliantly with the next. Gallardo! Gashing wide of Morancio, who looked like he had it covered. It's all come so quickly for Union Omaha. Joe Gallardo saw his name up in lights as Ryan Jiba has entered into the game for Brandon Knapp. We wait on the board. Spokane had it secured. It's come loose a little bit here late. A thud off the chest of Siobhan John Brown, whose goal at this point proves that of separation between the two teams. Here he is again. And a spare man on the wide side. Waldeck. The announcement of stoppage time is 5 minutes. And straight to the corner it goes. Akoff in contest of Lewis. Goal kick. Spokane have not had a single corner here today. They won't have one now. Gallardo peering over the top. Prosper Kasim. Laid off to the top of the box! Sergio Ors Navarro! It was 2-0, it's 2-2. Something stunning afoot here in Nebraska. Morancio couldn't read the bounce. It is the Owls who widen their wings late. And there could still be more left in it. An inviting ball to the end line. Prosper Kasim loses out on the tangle. Sergio Ors Navarro only had 2 goals all year. He has 2 goals in 5 minutes. Union Omaha right back in the thick of it. Akoff wide. Under real duress now at the back post. Jiba over his head. Ostrom hovering away, down by Gallardo. Spokane certainly knocked down, not knocked out. Prosper Kasim off the post. Off the post. Denied by the woodwork for the 3rd time, Los Bujos. The margin could not be smaller. Anarchy here in Papillion. Not all the way clear. Chiba. Spokane all out of sorts. Ostrom. This time, Marancio does read the bounce. How has this happened? 2-0 Omaha without a thought of a prayer. Sergio Ors Navarro got one. Then he got greedy. A second at it. And the glory belongs to him as it stands, but it could be rewritten still. Javier Martin waiting reinforcements. Ostrom back in front. The cross comes. Skipped away. Going the wrong direction is Prosper Kasim. Owusu sends away. Akoff keeping on. And Betcher raiding forward. Akoff's onside. Dion Akoff. Shot coming, saved by Marancio. The second effort is cream tall. It would have been a golden hat trick for that man. He was the late arriver. It was actually Schneider who gave it a pop. The final dust falling on what has been a whirlwind game here in Tornado Alley. There is time for one last push for somebody if they are so bold. Gallardo with gas. Grasping at it now is Kasim. Oh, he's lost the handle. That will do. The end. Spokane for them. Vengeance, a volatile motivator. They were 2-0 up. Focus, Frayed, and Union Omaha were ready to take the moment when granted to them. The man of the match, the man that made it a match. Sergio Ors Navarro. Nothing less than a hero for Union Omaha. And breathe. The heartbeat of American soccer runs at a higher tempo this evening. 2-2 the final score by some way, hook or by crook. Union Omaha save a point here at home. We break it down when we return.
Wow. Back center, right guard. Damn, right guard, bro? No, it's me.
Nice. It looks like me. No, in the slot. Next in the slot's wide open. Oh yeah, Jensen. Oh yeah, Jensen. Oh, hey!
Knocked down, never knocked out. Union Omaha come out swinging late and save it in the 12th round. The final score is 2-2 as they respond from a 2-0 deficit against Spokane Velocity. Do what champions do. They rescue the point here at home. The Blackstone District full-time match recap coming to you. Full-time stats brought to you by Pepsi. 6 shots on target for Union Omaha, 2 of them finding the back of the net. It was something that required quite a bit of effort from them, but it pays off in the end. As they pocket a point, these two teams shake on a share on the day. What a game. The USL League One. This time of year, it's hard to compete with the chaos it might offer. Delicious drama unfolding here in Papillion. As the team that wears the crown will not give it up to the team that finished just behind them in the final a year ago. For our entire casting crew, folks, I have been Peyton Gallagher, and as this final stretch unfolds, there is plenty to see around the league. USL League One rolls on. Folks, we'll talk to you soon.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.